YouTube, what's going on? It's Gandy here with another video, and in today's video we're going to be going over who I believe is going to be the number 2 wide receiver alongside Terry McLaurin. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case our Washington Redskins. And let's get straight into today's video. So a couple weeks ago when I made my video on who I believe is going to make the roster at wide receiver position, Terry McLaurin, Kelvin Harmon, Antonio Gandy, and Steven Sims were, of course, the top 4 on that list. But I didn't elaborate on who I believe is going to be the second wide receiver alongside Terry McLaurin, because we already know Terry McLaurin, whether or not Ron Rivera wants to come out and say it, we already know Terry McLaurin has the number 1 spot on lock. And we already know Steven Sims have the slot on lock. In my opinion, you could beg to differ, but that's what I believe. Although the coaching staff doesn't want to come out and say it, I mean, what is the point of saying it anyway? But we already know who's going to be who's a lock. But what is open in a lot of Redskins fans' mind is the number 2 position, the number 2 wideout position, and who I believe is gonna make this. If you go with Kelvin Harmon or Antonio Gandy, you're not going with nothing wrong. You know what I mean? You're not going with nothing wrong. Whether you go with Antonio Gandy or Kelvin Harmon, you are going to get someone that's going to be a threat. You're going to get someone that's going to help you win football games. When they try to double team Terry McLaurin and take him out to play, you still have Kelvin Harmon and Antonio Gandy there to be his understudy and show defenses that you can't double team Terry McLaurin. Because if you double team Terry McLaurin, you have Steven Sims open. You still have a Kelvin Harmon or an AGG open. You have Bryce Love, Darius Geis, Antonio Gibson, Isaiah Wright, if he makes the team open. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's so many weapons here. It's not like 2019 where we didn't have any weapons. So all we had was Terry McLaurin, and if a team is going to double team him this year, we were going to be in trouble. But that's not the case no more. We have talent. We have weapons on this team. Now, back to Kelvin Harmon. Kelvin Harmon had a great rookie year for the minimum amount of snaps that he did get. He had 30 receptions for, he had no touchdowns, but he did have 30 receptions, and I want to say had like 800 yards, 700 yards. He had the 30 receptions. He could have had a touchdown, but we know Dwayne Haskins overthrew him. So for one Kelvin Harmon to have the minimum amount of snaps that he did have, but and didn't get a touchdown, it's gonna make him even more, have a chip on his shoulder to get his first touchdown under his belt. You know what I mean? So we have Kelvin Harmon, who we know is pretty good, 6'4", 6'3". Very huge, very huge. If you watch his highlights, which a lot of people, I don't know if they did, because a lot of people said AGG is better than Kelvin Harmon, and I'm not saying he's not, but I just want you guys to watch Kelvin Harmon's highlights, because if you don't know, I'm a huge Kelvin Harmon fan. Like, I really want him to be the number 2 receiver alongside Terry McLaurin as my light go out here. But I want him to be the number 2 receiver alongside Terry McLaurin. But it doesn't seem like a lot of other Redskins fans does want the same for one Kelvin Harmon, because they all want AGG to be the starter, which I'm not mad about it. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I just want you guys to explore the options. We still have Kelvin Harmon here. You can even throw Cam Sims in there if you want to, if he makes the team. But I'm just keep it strictly for the most realistic option, which is Kelvin Harmon and Antonio Gandy. I want some of the Redskins fan base to open their eye and watch Kelvin Harmon's highlights. Look up his stats. You know what I mean? I already told you he had 30 receptions for, I want to say, at least 700 yards. No touchdowns. But he's going to get that this year, whether he is starting or not. That's one thing I can see about this offense that Scott Turner's running, which is the Air Coryell offense. That's one thing I can say about it. Whether a player is starting or not, they're still going to get a lot of action. So it's not like Jay Gruden's offense, where last year it was Terry McLaurin and Paul Richardson, and Kelvin Harmon barely got any playing time. any playing time. This year is different. If Terry McLaurin and AGG is out there, some plays AGG or Terry McLaurin is going to get subbed out, and you can insert Kelvin Harmon in there. So it can be maybe Kelvin Harmon and Terry, Kelvin Harmon and AGG, AGG and Terry, AGG, Kelvin Harmon, Terry and Kelvin Harmon. You know, it's so much of a rotation now as far as the vertical passing offense and the air Coryell offense goes. Everyone is going to be getting shine, whether or not you're starting or not. So that's why I'm saying I want people to open their eyes about Kelvin Harmon, because like I told you, I'm a huge Kelvin Harmon fan. I believe in Kelvin Harmon. He showed enough to me to show that he can play on a big stage. He can play on the big stage. Just take that Lions game for an example, Green Bay Packers game for an example, the Giants game, just all towards the end of the schedule. You can throw the Jets game in there when we got killed, but he had a good game. You know, so I want everyone to open their eyes about Kelvin Harmon, because it seems like, yes, we got AGG. Yes, he's pretty good, but it seems like everyone just forgot about Kelvin Harmon. Everyone forgot about Kelvin Harmon. So with that being said, I personally want Kelvin Harmon to be the number 2 receiver, and I feel as though he can be the best number 2 receiver for the Washington Redskins, and AGG can also come in and you know, be another number 2 receiver. Maybe they could share snaps. But if week 1, if you was going to tell me week 1 was to start this Sunday, I would put Kelvin Harmon out there. I would put Kelvin Harmon out there, one, because obviously he has the experience of playing in the NFL. He played in the last year, and 2, he's just, I feel as though he's the better receiver. Everyone, AGG and Kelvin Harmon, are better than each other in their own personal ways. But if you look at the playing styles, I feel as though the Washington Redskins and Kelvin Harmon and Dwayne Haskins and Terry McLaurin, they have the better chemistry and they have the better knowing of each other to, you know, I would put Kelvin Harmon out there. Kelvin Harmon has been thrown with QB Dwayne Haskins since February. Terry McLaurin is just coming along like 2 weeks ago. Steven Sims said on the way, and AGG also said on the way. So, I mean, the chemistry is going to be there by the time September rolls around. But my personal opinion, I think you should put Kelvin Harmon out there because he has the chemistry already with these guys, and he's already been able to play on that big stage, you know. So reasons why I say AGG should be the starter is because, I mean, he has better footwork than Kelvin Harmon. Now, I can't say he has better hands than Kelvin Harmon because I didn't see Kelvin Harmon drop one pass last year. I didn't see Kelvin Harmon drop one pass, and AGG didn't drop no passes really either, but he had one deep ball drop pass, which doesn't really affect anything. But I can't say he has better hands than Kelvin Harmon because I didn't see Kelvin Harmon drop any passes. I didn't see AGG drop any passes, and I actually watched a few Liberty games live last year. So, excuse me. So, I mean, I could say Kelvin Harmon has the better footwork. AGG and Kelvin Harmon has the both same hands. Only thing I can give to AGG probably over Kelvin Harmon is the stride. You know, the stride, and he has the better contact catching ability, I guess you can say. It's not really too much that you could say about each other that you can't say about one. So if I was to say Kelvin Harmon or AGG has the better contested catch ability, I can say the same for Kelvin Harmon because Kelvin Harmon has a great contested catch ability. So as you see what I'm saying here, they're like the same player. So you can't go wrong with either putting AGG out there or Kelvin Harmon. Both young, both are proven or trying to prove themselves. I would just give the edge to Kelvin Harmon because we know what he can do on the NFL stage. We know how dangerous he can be. And Kelvin Harmon would just be perfect for this offense. Now, AGG would too. That's what I'm saying. Maybe in this offense, in the Air Coryell offense, you don't need a specific starter. You know, you don't need a specific starter for the Air Coryell offense because whether or not you are starting or not, that's what I want to get the point across. Whether or not you're starting, you're still going to get playing time. You're still going to get playing time, but it's the vertical passing offense. Every receiver is going to be required to be on the field. You know, some plays were coming out in a 5 wide. And Don Coryell, the maker of this offense, said it himself. Every first play was always a passing play. Now, is that going to be like that for one Scott Turner? Who knows? I don't know. But I'm just saying, if you're running the Air Coryell, in which Scott Turner is, the creator of Air Coryell said the first play or decision was always a passing play. And what better to put out there than Kelvin Harmon or Antonio Gandy Golden? But that was just my opinion on why I believe Kelvin Harmon should win the number 2 job. But at the same time, AGG should win it too, because he's really good. He's really good. He's smart. He's fast for his size. He ran a 4.6 at the combine. A lot of people are saying he should put on 20 pounds to become a tight end, but I'm not a fan of that. I like AGG being a wide receiver, 6'4", really tall, really has that stride. He can go up and get it. He's fast for his size, route running crispy. So he just has everything in the books that can get him a number two spot. But I just believe that Kelvin Harmon should get the number 2 spot. But either way we go, it's going to be a good one. Either way we go, I'm not mad at all, because I love both AGG. I'm actually going to get an AGG jersey soon. And I love Kelvin Harmon. So wherever way we go, we already know we have Terry McLaurin in the 1. We have Steven Sims in the slot. Kelvin Harmon / AGG. That's how I'm putting it for now. I said I want Kelvin Harmon to win the job. At the same time, it's like a slash. It's like a 1-2 combo. Well, not even 1-2. It's like a 1A 1B combo. Kelvin Harmon, AGG are gonna be serious to watch. So without further ado, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Redskins. Once again, who do you think is going to win the second wide receiver spot alongside Terry McLaurin and Steven Sims? Kelvin Harmon, AGG. You can even throw Cam Sims in there. You never know. Training camp is a little over a month away, and I can't wait. I can't wait. This is going to be the most competitive training camp in a Redskins history in a while. So I can't wait for that to happen. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins. Turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL. In this case, our Washington Redskins. Once again, who do you think is going to win the second wide receiver spot alongside Terry McLaurin? AGG, Kelvin Harmon, Cam Sims, whoever you want to throw in there. Let me know down below. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, hail to the Redskins. Now the floor is yours. Peace.